What if I told you the secret to becoming a better wedding filmmaker isn't in a new camera or editing trick, but within your daily habits? The small things that you do consistently behind the scenes shape the films that you create, the clients that you attract, and ultimately the freedom that you feel. So today I'm finally powering through and finishing the book Atomic Habits and sharing some powerful habits that can help you transform not just your workflow, but your life. So let's dive into how his principles can guide you in crafting your own path as a filmmaker. One of the core ideas in Atomic Habits is the distinction between outcome-based habits and identity-based habits. Many people focus on outcomes like, I want to make 6 figures in my business, or I want to make award-winning wedding films. And while these goals certainly are ambitious and motivating, they can also be incredibly overwhelming without a clear path to get there. And here's the truth, when it comes to being a better filmmaker, there is so much power in small incremental changes. When you're just starting, it's so incredibly easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture, by looking at the desired outcome and realizing how many steps you have to take in order to get there. But filmmaking is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And every great director, cinematographer, editor, they all started by mastering the basics. Imagine if you took just a couple hours each day just to get 1% better. And getting 1% better is actually pretty simple. First, you can watch one film a week with the goal of analyzing, reverse engineering, and studying how they achieved that certain look or feeling to their film. Spend just half an hour daily practicing with your camera, practicing with your lighting setup, practicing with a gimbal, dedicating just 1 hour a week to networking with other like-minded creatives and building your inner circle, and then just create one reel every single week and stay consistent with showing up on social media. This is how we can get 1% better every single week. It doesn't have to be a laundry list of things that is easy to get overwhelmed by, but just small incremental changes lead to powerful results. And these tiny habits may seem insignificant in the moment, but they build momentum. And as James Clear writes, we do not rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. Goals are essential, but systems is what brings them to life. Instead of focusing solely on, I want to film 20 weddings this year at $6,000 a piece, focus on the system that could create the byproduct from that goal. Create a system for generating leads, such as building a portfolio on Instagram, creating a website that aligns with the filmmaker that you want to be, and building relationships with vendors who are in that same price point and market. Create email automations to help you speed up the process, elevate your communications, and block out at least 1 to 2 days every single week to either rest, practice a new skill, decompress, doing something outside of work, because success isn't about reaching a milestone, it's just about mastering the process. One of my favorite and most practical tips from the book Atomic Habit is the 2-minute rule. The idea is simple. Make starting easy by shrinking a habit to something that only takes you 2 minutes. For example, instead of promising yourself to edit an entire wedding film in one day, because as we know that stresses everyone out, open up your editor and just start organizing. Then the next day, open up your editor and sync your multicams. Then the next day, work on your music, and the next day, work on something else, and pretty soon, by the end of the week, you'll have an entire wedding film completed while also having so much more time in the day.
We do aerobics in here. So many activities.
To focus on other aspects of your business and do things that you love.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
And the beauty of the 2-minute rule is that it removes that mental barrier to starting, because as we all know, starting is the hardest part. When it comes to delivering an amazing client experience to your couples, it starts with creating the best viewing experience the first time they watch their film, which is why I use Vidflow to make sure that my couples have a simple yet beautiful first time viewing experience. It's never been easier to create beautiful landing pages to fit your brand, offer multiple ways to enjoy their film, and deliver the way that you want to through branded email delivery, or even embed on your website. The way you deliver your film matters just as much as the film itself. And it's all about creating a lasting impact for your couples. Use my code WAYWARD when you sign up for Vidflow's service so that you can get 20% off to start creating a viewing experience that your couples deserve. And another crucial component to identifying the filmmaker that you want to be starts with your environment. Your environment shapes creativity. It plays a significant role in shaping your habits and your identity as a filmmaker. You want to surround yourself with resources, tools, and people that help align yourself with the filmmaker that you want to be. If you want to be a wedding filmmaker, you want to surround yourself in a community of wedding filmmakers. Inside your home, you want to create a space that helps you feel creative. Or if you work better by getting out of the house, going to a coffee shop, your environment should make your desired habits easy and your undesired habits difficult. Finding your identity as a filmmaker isn't about taking one massive leap, it's about the small, incremental steps that we take daily. Because when you have clarity of your purpose and a system designed for growth, becoming the filmmaker of your dreams isn't that far away. So for your homework from today's video, I want you guys to read Atomic Habits, or at least the 15-minute version from the app Blinkist. This is a great app for consuming condensed, digestible content. Especially if you're not a huge reader, this is a great way to still get all the information, all the benefits from these books and apply them in your business. And then I want you to watch and study films outside of the wedding industry. Look at movies that you love or that you haven't even seen yet for inspiration, and try your best to really just study their mind, study their creativity, pull things away from it that you feel inspired by. And if you take those small steps every day towards becoming the filmmaker that you want to be, you're going to be absolutely unstoppable.